This is Net News Network Headline News for all your national and world news you won't hear on MSM. Well, Nancy Pelosi has landed in Taiwan. She made it there without being shot down like China had threatened to do. And for what reason, other than supposedly to show our solidarity with Taiwan, as she claims. I'm sure it has nothing to do with her investments in chips or her husband's investment in chips. Anyway, Pelosi arrived in Taiwan late Tuesday Taiwan time, early Tuesday American time, becoming the highest-ranking American official in 25 years to visit the self-ruled island claimed by China, which quickly announced that it would conduct military maneuvers in retaliation for her presence. Pelosi arrived aboard a U.S. Air Force passenger jet and was greeted on the tarmac at Taipei's International Airport by Taiwan's foreign minister and other Taiwanese and American officials. She posed for photos before her motorcade whisked her unseen into the parking garage of a hotel. Her visit has ratcheted up tension between China and the United States because China claims Taiwan as part of its territory and it views visits by foreign government officials as a recognition of the island's sovereignty. In a statement issued just after her arrival, Pelosi said the visit honors America's unwavering commitment to supporting Taiwan's vibrant democracy. The Biden administration did not explicitly urge Pelosi to call off her plans. It repeatedly and publicly assured Beijing that the visit would not signal any change in U.S. policy on Taiwan. Soon after Pelosi's arrival, China announced a series of military operations and drills, which followed promises of resolute and strong measures Pelosi went through with her visit. The People's Liberation Army said the maneuvers would take place starting Tuesday night in the waters and skies near Taiwan and include the firing of long-range ammunition in the Taiwan Strait. This action is a solemn deterrent against the recent major escalation of the negative actions of the United States on the Taiwan issue, and a serious warning to the Taiwan independence forces seeking independence. China's official news said the Army planned to conduct live-fire drills from August 4th to 7th across multiple locations. In an image the news agency released, the drills were to take place in 6 different areas in the waters surrounding Taiwan. The Chinese foreign minister said Washington's betrayal on the Taiwan issue is bankrupting its national credibility. Some American politicians are playing with fire on the issue of Taiwan, Wang said in a statement. This will definitely not have a good outcome. The exposure of America's bullying face again shows it as the world's biggest saboteur of peace. Back in the United States, 26 Republican lawmakers issued a statement of rare bipartisan support for the Democratic speaker. The statement called trips by members of Congress to Taiwan routine, except not in the last 25 years. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell said he backed Pelosi's visit as a display for support for Taiwan's democracy and said any allegations that her itinerary was provocative are utterly absurd. I believe she has every right to go, McConnell said in a Senate speech. Taiwan's foreign ministry had declined to comment on whether Pelosi would visit. The trip was not officially announced ahead of time. The seeker has sought for decades to focus attention on Chinese democracy movements. She traveled to Tiananmen Square in 1991, 2 years after China crushed a wave of democracy protests. So, you know, our politicians love war, and it seems like this is what they're pushing for. So, looking at Chinese media, what do they have to say about this? Well, nothing good. The Democratic Progressive Party's pursuit of Taiwan independence and its collusion with the U.S. betrays national interests and will only push Taiwan into the abyss and bring disaster to Taiwan compatriots, according to the Taiwan Work Office of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China on Tuesday, following U.S. House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi's arrival in China's Taiwan region. The following is the full verbiage of their statement. U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited China's Taiwan region on Tuesday, marking an escalation in the collusion between the United States and Taiwan. The move is of egregious nature and has serious consequences. It gravely infringes on China's sovereignty and territorial integrity, severely violates the One China principle and the Three China-U.S. joint communiques, seriously tramples on international law and the basic norms governing international relations, breaks the serious political commitment the United States has made to China, and sends a seriously wrong signal to forces seeking Taiwan independence. We firmly oppose the move and express our strong condemnation and protest. There is only one China in the world, and Taiwan is part of China. The One China principle is a widely recognized norm of international relations and a consensus accepted by the international community. The Taiwan question is a matter of China's internal affairs and allows no external interference. For some time, the U.S. government has repeated wrong acts and remarks regarding the Taiwan question, continued to upgrade the levels of official exchanges with Taiwan, intensified their military collusion, and continued arms sales to Taiwan to support Taiwan's attempt to resist reunification by the use of force. The U.S. Congress has repeatedly made false remarks on Taiwan, put forward, deliberated, and passed multiple negative bills regarding Taiwan. Such U.S. moves attempt to distort and hollow out the One China principle, play the Taiwan card, contain China with Taiwan, and obstruct China's complete reunification and the reunification of the Chinese nation. The current U.S. administration has not fixed the grave mistakes made by the previous administration. Instead, it has moved further to get allies on board and gang up with them to play the Taiwan card, flagrantly attack the United Nations General Assembly Resolution 2758, and spread the erroneous, uncertain status of Taiwan theory in an attempt to internationalize the Taiwan question. The separatists attempt seeking Taiwan independence is the biggest obstacle to the reunification of the motherland and a serious potential danger to Chinese national reunification. The Democratic Progressive Party authorities have entrenched themselves in the erroneous position of Taiwan independence, served as a tool for anti-China forces in the United States to contain China, and become even more utterly brazen in the provocative attempt to seek independence. This is a total misjudgment and miscalculation of the situation. Out of their selfish motives, the DPP authorities have been headstrong in challenging the One China principle, refused to recognize the 1992 consensus, ignited cross-strait confrontation, and clung to U.S. support to seek independence. The DPP authorities' separatist actions and collusion with the United States, which betrays China's national interests, will only plunge Taiwan into the abyss of disaster and bring great suffering to Taiwan compatriots. The reunification of the motherland and the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation have become a historical inevitability. China must be and will surely be reunified. This will not change regardless of the will of some die-hard anti-China forces from the U.S. side or the illusion of separatist forces seeking Taiwan independence. The time and tide of achieving the reunification of the motherland have always been held firmly in our hands. The fact that Taiwan is part of China will not be changed no matter what actions are taken by the anti-China forces in the United States and the DPP authorities. The historical process of China's reunification will not be stopped no matter how Nancy Pelosi and her likes attempt to contain China by supporting Taiwan. We urge the U.S. side to stay clear-eyed about the historical ins and outs of the Taiwan question, recognize the fact and the status quo that both sides of the Taiwan Strait belong to one and the same China, strictly abide by the One China principle with concrete actions, implement the Three China-U.S. joint communiques, and refrain from sliding further down the wrong path. We urge the DPP authorities to completely give up the separatist schemes seeking Taiwan independence, stop going further down on the doomed path of Taiwan independence to the point of no return. Any activity seeking Taiwan independence will be smashed by the mighty anti-secession and pro-unification forces of the Chinese people. Well, I think they're pretty clear about their feelings And I'm just wondering why Pelosi at this particular time has decided that this is a good time to go visit Taiwan. We have enough problems right now of our own right here at home. We have a lot of shortages right now on things, and if China wanted to, they could really put a stranglehold on the U.S. considering how much stuff we rely on China for. The battle lines are being drawn. Who knows how soon this thing will touch off, but it's going to. Prepare accordingly. This has been Net News Network Headline News. For more, visit netnewsnetwork.net. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for listening.